ischemic heart disease, myocardial cells are overloaded with calcium. Maybe any cell at position number 1 was a cell with DADs. Now you imagine this is an area, piece of the myocardium in which due to multiple ischemic spots, different areas have different electrophysiological properties. Is that right? Now let's suppose at this star point there were some myocardial cells, due to ischemia they have loaded with calcium and they produce a DAD, and that DAD conduct through one pathway, produces a secondary action, triggered action potential, which conducts through the pathway number 1, fail to conduct through pathway number 2, because maybe there was some impulse which has just passed through this area and it is still refractory, and it comes back and re-enter. And if it start doing like this, ventricular tachyarrhythmias will produce. And when ventricular tachyarrhythmia become fast, do you think heart will contract well? No. When ventricle will not contract well, then it will not maintain stroke volume. And if cardiac output will go down, the root of aorta will be overfilled or underfilled with blood. When root of aorta will be, listen again, patient has multiple area with ischemia, heart electrically and mechanically became abnormal. This electrically abnormal heart with ventricular tachyarrhythmias was producing less cardiac output. Root of aorta was underfilled or overfilled with blood. Underfilled, so coronary system will be overfilled or underfilled. So further ischemia. Further development of multiple areas in the myocardium with different electrophysiological properties. Further tachyarrhythmia. Further failure, mechanical failure of the ventricle. Further reduction in cardiac output. Further reduced filling of coronary system. And further development of ischemic spots. And more, multiple thousands of the ischemic spots develop in the myocardium at different areas, some areas not conducting at all, some areas conducting normally, some areas conducting in one direction, not in other direction, and multiple re-entrant phenomenon start. In a fibrillating ventricle, there may be hundreds and thousands of the areas in which there are re-entrant circuits moving. As soon as any myocardial piece recovers from its sodium channel from inactive state to resting state, immediately they are stimulated by any nearby circus movement and they undergoes abnormal depolarizations. Is that right? In this way, patient with severe ventricular tachyarrhythmia progressively go into mechanical failure and progressively further decrease in coronary supply, further ischemia, further electrical abnormalities, and patient goes into ventricular fibrillation. There is a saying, any patient with ventricular flutter, if not treated immediately, invariably goes to fibrillation. Now you understand why? Any question here? Right? So if someone asks, do you know any example of re-entrant tachyarrhythmia? You say you know many. Is that right? And you ask him, you want anatomically defined re-entrant or you want to know the functionally defined? If someone want to know anatomically defined, best example is Wolff-Parkinson's White syndrome. If